Hey y'all, welcome back to Jasmine Kiana's YouTube channel. This is my second video, so for those of you who didn't catch my first video, my name is Jasmine. Over here we'll be doing hair, lifestyle, wellness. I'm still pretty new, so we're figuring out things as they go over here. I wanted to make my first hair video showing how I got my hair to go from this to go from this. In this video, I'll be talking about my big chop journey over the past 6 years. Now I get a lot of questions. What's your hair care routine? And oh my God, Jazz, like how did you grow your hair back so fast? So this video is gonna show you how all of that took place and what all has went on over the past years because it has been a lot. So during this video, I'm gonna find some old pictures, probably some rough looking pictures of myself throughout the years during different parts of my hair stage, which started since I was a little girl. So I'm going ahead and warning you now. Throughout high school, I always had long hair. My straight hair was always long, pretty much down to, I'll say about bra strap length or maybe a little longer than that. That was pretty much how long it was throughout high school. But when I wore it in my natural state, baby, the curls just wasn't, they were straight ugly. Like they were not cute at all, y'all. You would think that I had some kind of relaxer or something, but it was literally just from heat damage. That's literally where it came from. It was just from straight heat damage. In the natural state, this is what it looked like. It had a smoky smell. It just was not cute at all. By the time I got to my senior year of high school, I was like, okay, it's time to switch up the look. When I wear my curly hair, it just isn't cute. And then suddenly my senior year, I also wanted to get bangs too. So I went to my stylist. I want to get some bangs to cut some of this heat damage off. My stylist cut me like a little swoop, little bang. She also cut my length off a little bit throughout my senior year. This is like how I rock my hair. It was cute, but I was still getting my hair straight. And my stylist pretty much told me when I cut my hair, gonna cut it, keep straightening it. The heat damage is not. I don't think I was getting my hair straightened every 2 weeks like I was doing. Started wearing my natural hair a little more, but then I was really able to see how much damage it was that I really had. I got my hair cut. It didn't take out all the damage completely, but it did take out some of the damage in my hair. And this haircut just wasn't enough. At the end of my senior year, right before, it was either on my 18th birthday or right before my 18th birthday, I got me a cute little bob. I got me a cute little bob for my 18th birthday. And even still, you know, I rocked the bob for like a couple of months and I still had a lot of damage, y'all. If your curly hair is about the same length as your straight hair, then yeah, baby, you got a problem. It's heat damage. But it also depends on your hair type as well. And as you can see, my hair type is very like tight curls and you know, they spring back. And at this time, none of that just was not occurring, y'all, at all. So in August 2018, y'all, I did the big chop. I'm 18 years old. I did this in August, so I cut all my hair off literally before I went to college. Right before I started my freshman year of college. And I walked into the salon and I told my stylist I wanted to cut all my hair off. She was like, Jazz, like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And after the fact, I was just like, oh my gosh, I cut so much hair off my head. When I did the big chop, this pretty much eliminated all of the heat damage that I had accumulated over the years. My hair was literally straight. It was literally right here to my ear, and curly, it was like up here. I wasn't right at home with my stylist, so there was a couple times that I was still straightening my hair. I wasn't really as comfortable yet with my natural hair still. I was still straightening it for like the first few months. When I first got to college, y'all, my ponytail was this big. It was literally this big. And so I had absolutely no business trying to be putting all that heat on my hair. It was a time. My friends were calling me bald headed. It was a time to be alive. If I wasn't in class, y'all, I was at home watching YouTube videos of how to grow my hair. That's literally what I was looking up, how to grow my hair back. I didn't know what to do with it. I'm sitting here trying to do half up, half down. I'm sitting here trying to do all these things, y'all, and I got like 4 inches of hair. During this time, I was really getting into the hair influencers and the hair girlies, all this other stuff. When I started getting into the hair influencers my freshman year of college, they taught me about what my hair type was, which I struggled trying to figure out for a long time because like I said, I never got to see what my true hair type was. With my damaged hair, I probably would have thought I was about like a 3A or something like that. But now I realize like I'm more like a 3B, 3C hair type. And so they taught me my hair type, They taught me what my hair porosity was. They taught me about density, what kind of products you should use for your hair. If you have like low porosity, high porosity. I have low porosity hair. I learned that during this time. I learned all these things from these hair influencers that were like around my age, and y'all, they had the, you know, the curly afros, and I had never seen anybody rock those hairstyles when I was in high school. And so if you know, like 2018 was a time, to me, I feel like everybody was getting into their natural hair. Everybody was loving their natural hair, and also me included. As I was watching these girls, they kept saying, oh, if you're gonna go on your natural hair journey, you can't be straightening your hair all the time because you're gonna get heat damage. So some of these girls, y'all, they went years, at least a year or two, or maybe even more than that, without straightening their hair. And so I was like, oh my gosh, how do y'all do that? Because to me, I'm like, okay, on special occasions, I need to straighten my hair. For holidays, I need to have my hair straight. Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, all this other stuff, I need to get my hair done. So yeah, Curly Bevy rocking her afro at graduation. I was like, okay. And mind you, I'm only a freshman, so I was like, okay, when I graduate, I'm wearing my natural hair at graduation. Forget that. The curly hair influencer were telling me, get protective styles, leave the heat alone, leave it where it's set. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave the heat damage alone, but I decided to go play some other damage. And that was getting my hair dyed with those highlights. With those blonde highlights. And if you know, you know. You know how they say, oh, when girls go through a breakup or they go through this, they go through that, they go and dye their hair. I was never beating the allegations at all. Never beat the allegations. I got my little blonde highlight in November, I think. Like right before Thanksgiving. Yeah. And so Thanksgiving 2018 was like the last time I said that I was gonna dye my hair before I actually locked in and went on my hair journey. After I dyed my hair and I decided that I wasn't gonna straighten my hair anymore, I started over time trying new things, trying new products. I learned how to deep condition my hair and that I was supposed to deep condition my hair every week. I started learning all these things while I was in college. I was discovering like new tools. I have got my first hair pick, the pre-wash, the rice water. I'm doing all this stuff, y'all, trying to grow my hair back as fast as I could. Like I said before, for special occasions, I always felt like I had to straighten my hair. In college, you know, when it came to like parties and like different events and stuff like that that you may have on campus, I didn't still feel comfortable wearing my short natural hair because it was at such an awkward length. I started playing in protective styles. I started getting braids occasionally. I started doing all these things because I had to keep the promise to myself that I wasn't gonna go and straighten my hair. My first special occasion, I'll never forget, that I wore my natural hair was in December 2019. This was a year and like 3 months after I had did my big chop. I was 19 at this time. I had a debutante ball that I was a part of. I was being presented into society. I wore my natural hair to this debutante ball for the first time, and y'all, it was so cute. I just did like a little bun. I got my makeup done. I had my little pearls on. And it was very simple, very cute, and it just really set the stage for me that I'm really being committed to not straightening my hair, and my natural hair is good enough for special occasions. I rocked the blonde highlights for like 2 years. When I went to dye my hair, I had no intentions of getting it touched up constantly or anything like that, because after my hair started growing out, I kind of just started using like the blonde as like units of measurement. I would look at it and see how far my hair had grown compared to like when I first got it dyed. So like I said, not being the allegations, y'all, I had my red hair phase. So yeah, COVID happened. It was a new school year. COVID had interrupted my sophomore year. And in September, it was about to be fall. I'm like, oh, I want some maroon color hair or burgundy color hair so bad. I went to my stylist and it ended up, the first try, my hair ended up coming out pink, like a raspberry pink. It was a bunch of different colors all over the place. And it was like, I guess because the blonde on the end of my hair and then the black, like it was a mess. And so I ended up going back to my stylist the next day, and she ended up correcting it. It ended up being this red, like burgundy color, which technically it was the color that I had wanted. But you know how when you first get your hair done and you're not really feeling it like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I was going through with that hair color. And so eventually it did grow on me. My hair was very healthy at this point in time. And as you can see, it did grow a lot since it had only been 2 years since I had completely cut it off to basically to my ears. And now here was my curly hair, like basically at my shoulders. And so I was curious to see like how long my hair had got. So I got my mommy in the bathroom. I had her straighten like one piece of my red hair just so I could kind of see like, okay, like this is how long I got. And so as you can see, it was pretty much down my back. And 2 years prior, that piece of hair was right at my neckline. It grew a lot. So whatever I had been doing over the past 2 years, like it was working. Like in December 2020, it marked 2 years since I had straightened my hair. This meant it was time for me to go get my hair straightened again. I went to the salon, I went to my stylist, and y'all, my hair had grew so freaking much. I still can't believe, I didn't even realize my hair had grew back pretty much within 2 years, even though it wasn't totally the length that it was previously, but y'all, it was long. It was thick, it was full, and it was healthy. It was just crazy because like people that I went to college with was like, you know, oh my gosh, Jazz, like your hair is so long, because they didn't know me previously. And so like I said, in high school, my hair was always long, and in middle school, but then once I got to college, when I first met everybody, like I had literally chopped all my hair off. Over time, the red did fade out, and it turned into like this pretty ginger color, y'all. The ginger, I was absolutely in love with it. It was my favorite color, definitely out of all the colors that I have had, the color that it faded into. And again, with the red, I had no intentions of like getting it touched up, getting my roots like fixed and stuff like that, because once I saw how fast the black was coming in, and by the time I was able to get like a ponytail that was like black at the front and then just strictly red at the back, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this as like a unit of measurement too. So that's pretty much what I did for that as well. And so I'm still getting like my protective styles and like my braids and stuff like that. And so I rocked the red hair for like a year and a half. So from September 2020 up until January 2022, which was like my last semester in college. In January 2022, I was like, I want to cut all my hair off. I want to cut the color out. Like, I just want to be fully natural. So even though, you know, I didn't have any relaxers or anything like that, I did have like chemical changes, which technically isn't your natural hair. I wanted to get rid of the rest of the color because I wanted to be fully natural and just see how my hair would really thrive without dyeing my hair. I didn't end up cutting it all off because I didn't want to start all the way over. So I just ended up dyeing my hair jet black. And the jet black was a moment, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it really brought out my features. The jet black it was my second favorite, I will say. My natural hair color is like black, but it does have kind of like a brownish, like I guess sandy kind of tone to it too. So it's not strictly black, so you could definitely tell the difference between that and my natural hair. So I had the jet black. I was still getting my hair straightened, but not to the point where I was having like any heat damage or anything like that. And so eventually the parts where my hair was red started showing through the jet black. And so I pretty much had black hair at the top and then brown hair at the bottom, because this was the color that it ended up like coming into. It was like a brownish orange kind of tone. As the orange started continuing to grow out, I eventually just started getting it snipped off as I was going to the salon and going to my stylist. So sometimes I would go to her and not even get my hair straight. I would just go let her wash it, maybe cut some color off, because like I said, I wanted my hair to be fully black at this point. When I pretty much got rid of the black, so this was in September 2023, I pretty much got rid of most of the orange that was in there. I will say that probably the end of 2023 was probably the healthiest that my hair had ever been. Well, no. What's this year? Okay, yeah. My first time doing like finger coils. I'm gonna insert a picture. Y'all, I had did like finger coils on like my entire head. I learned how to do it with like just some moisturizer and some gel, and y'all, I was so in love. Like, and this was just like all of my natural hair color. I wasn't really able to tell how far the black had grown out over time, but from my guess, from January 2022 to like this picture right here, from the rate that my hair was growing, it probably was more than halfway down by this point. And so this was definitely my favorite like look right here. And I was like, okay, I really love like just my natural hair color and how healthy and full it looks and everything. As my usual pattern, every 2 years I gotta do something to my hair. January 2024 of this year, I decided that I wanted to get a skunk stripe. So I was all on Pinterest like trying to find a reference picture trying to find some cute little inspo for my skunk stripe. I was able to find one that I really like. Oh, and also in May 2022, I did end up wearing my natural hair for graduation. So it had like the brown oranges ends on the bottom. I did a flexi rod or a perm rod set. I did something like that. So shout out to Curly Bell. So in January, I went and got a skunk stripe. And y'all, like I said, every time I dye my hair, I never like it the first time, like when I first get it done. And so mind you, it's cold. It's already hard enough to like moisturize your hair properly in the winter time. After I got my skunk stripe, I was pretty much wearing my hair like buns and like ponytails, cause I wasn't comfortable yet like wearing it out. So I was like wearing it pulled back most of the time because I had wanted to hide the color because it was just too bright at first, I guess. And like I said, my hair was so healthy at the end of 2023. But then at the beginning of 2024, I was just like, gonna mess this up. The next month, I got the idea. I was in the Bahamas on vacation and I was like, oh, let me just try my little finger coil over my head and then maybe I'll end up liking it then. Fell in love with it after that. Started learning what hairstyles would look good with my skunk stripe and all of that, because you know, you see your pictures on Pinterest and then once you get it, it's like, mine don't look right. So that's like what I was going through during that time, trying to like navigate that. Then a few months after that, May 2024, which was June, July, August, September, October, which was 5 months ago. So in May 2024, I was like, okay, I want a curly cut. And mind you, when I was in college, I was learning about curly cuts. I found like the Diva cut girls, like all these other haircuts that people were getting to like enhance the shape of their curly hair. You know, curly cuts are like $300 plus. So I found a lady up here. She did my very first ever curly cut. I really wanted to get like some curly bangs and I just wanted like a nice little shape with my hair because I just envisioned like this to be my signature hairstyle. And it was cute. It was very cute. I really loved the experience. Madison, she did a really good job. I didn't want to get too much because I wanted to keep the length of my hair, but I also wanted to add some shape into it as well. And so that was where the bangs came in and then kind of like the layered look. I started doing my little finger coils for my bangs just to give them like some more definition. After dyeing my hair, right now I kind of am debating on like just cutting all the color out of my hair, just because I have noticed that like my hair has kind of broke off where I have dyed my hair at, because ever since I did the big chop, I have chemically damaged my hair the entire time. And so I really just want to see how long I can grow my hair at its actual like natural state. Me seeing that I cut all my hair off in 2018 and then it pretty much all grew back in 2020 was like, okay, if I cut my hair off now, I'm 24, it'll be back when I'm 26, but we'll see. I don't really know if that's what I want to do right now, but it is definitely something I have thought about, just because I do want to prioritize health over like all the aesthetics and all the other stuff that I had going on. Because don't get me wrong, I love my hair like and where it is right now, but I do want it to be like healthy and thriving all the way around. And so yeah, so this is just my hair journey throughout the past 6 years. I've always had a lot of questions about my hair routine and what did I do to like grow my hair back so fast. And I will make a video of my actual wash and go routine, my wash day routine, all those other things. So stay tuned for that. This is how long my hair is. So this is how. And you see how it bounced back, girl? A few years ago, my hair didn't do that. And so this is what really like lets me know like it's healthy, it's thriving. Even though sometimes I question it, like you can't really see, you may not be able to see, maybe you can, but she's kind of dry and raggedy right now, y'all. So yeah, like, subscribe. And yeah, if you want to go on your hair journey, go ahead and go for it. Do it. Who's gonna stop you? If somebody got something to say, somebody call you bald headed after you cut your hair, so what? It'll grow back and your hair will be healthy. So yeah, bye.